All right, what's up, guys? Hey, I just want to talk to you about a little about Canvas. Again, Canvas is not going to open up for the courses until midnight on Sunday, the 23rd, right? Yes, 23rd. So when you get into Canvas, and you're going to get, obviously, when you log into Canvas, this is what you're going to get. You're going to hit the dashboard over here on the left. So let me talk a little bit about what's on the left-hand side here. You have your courses, so it will show you all your courses, or through your dashboard, you'll also see all of your courses as well. But it gives you a little bit more information with the dashboard, where if you hit courses, it will show you which courses you can go directly to, okay? But usually when you log in, you're going straight to the dashboard, and this is what the dashboard looks like. It gives you some information from the school. For example, this statement says about face coverings, and then this is welcome you back for fall 2020, right? And then some of the information here, and then it will, and hence it will all public, and then it will show you all your courses, all right? So that's number one. Number two, your inbox. Inbox is mostly the way most of the students communicate with me, and I'm going to give you a couple other ways of communicating with me, and there's one way that I really want to get into, and I'll show you what that app is, because then at least this way, everything that you send to me that reply to you, at least you get to see it, and then you can get all your files on one location. So that's something I want to talk about a little bit. But if you download the Canvas for Students app, you can actually message me from that inbox as well, and it'll come to my inbox here. And the great thing about it with the mobile app versus on the desktop or the laptop is the fact that it's kind of like texting, where you can actually take a picture of the problem that you're having, and then for me to reply back to you from that with either, you know, a regular message, or if it was a math problem, I can actually do it via video and send you a video back, explaining to you with my voice on how to go ahead and do that. So that's also a great thing as well. You have a student resources tab here, which in case you have some issues with Canvas, or you know, I wanted to introduce you guys to Proctorio a little bit, because you may need it down the road. So I want to make sure that that happens, and then you can have the direct link to the library as well. So all of these things are kind of important. So with that being said, let's go back to the dashboard. All right, now was at the dashboard. I should just stay there. Okay, so anyways, let's see, we're coming down to the courses. Obviously, if you're in college algebra, you'll be seeing one of these two. If you're in mathematics for college success, you'll see this. And if you're in intermediate algebra, you'll see one of these four here. All right, that kind of looks like transform print. But anyways, I'm going to go into this course right here. All right, and when I go into this course, I'm going to go into student view here, so that you are going to see what you are going to see, okay? So this is what your view is, except without that purple fuchsia border around everything, okay? So right now, as you look, this is all you have, all right? So I'm gonna explain all of this. So number one, Zoom. If you click on Zoom, since one of the last videos was about Zoom, it would redirect you to Zoom. And you notice that I've created all these meetings, recurring meetings. So when you click Zoom, you can click join here, and it'll automatically join, and then you can Zoom with me right through Canvas if you want to, okay? So that's one. And notice that it's Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, and those are all 8 a.m. start times, okay? And then let's see here. Media gallery is kind of cool, because there's some of my videos that are up there, but that's only if you need the closed captioning or the transcript to the videos, then you'll go to media gallery. And in media gallery, everything that's associated with this particular class or course, it will be published to you, okay? But this is what I wanted to show you is the modules. Oh, and the grades. Let's talk about grades really quick before I get to the modules. Grades. So what I'm going to do is I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to go week by week to update it, or I'm going to wait for everything to be done for the first exam and then update the grade book for you. So after your first exam, you go, okay, so here is my grades. Okay, this is what I got after exam 1. And then after exam 2, update everything. So after exam 2, you go, okay, this is what I got. All right, so that this way, after every single exam, you know exactly where you stand on your grade. All right, and then with the homework, you'll see your homework average in MyLabs Plus. So you'll see your homework average there already. All right, so let's go to modules. So when I click on modules, actually, I'm sorry, let's go back home first. When you go to home, which is usually where you're going to be at, is going to be right here. And obviously you see my information here, and then down here you see start here. So I would tell you, ooh, look at this too. Look at your to-do list right here on the side, 8 a.m. So this must be the link to Zoom, to Zoom, to Zoom, okay? So there's a to-do list right here on the right-hand side. So you'll see any kind of due dates that's coming up or anything kind of appointments that you might have, all right? So over here it says start here. So you're gonna click on start here. So that's what I'm gonna tell you to do. And the start here is no matter if you are live flex or online. Okay, online, this is exactly where you want to be as well, except yours going to say welcome to 1033 online instead of FSW live flex. So it's going to talk a little bit here. It's going to show you again these menus here. Okay, and more importantly, the part that you really want to know is your break down your grades. So there is 4 things that you really need to do. One is the homework in MyLabs Plus, which is instant feedback. So you're going to know exactly what your grade is in MyLabs Plus for your homework. You're going to be expected to do a lab work every single week. You're going to have exams, and like I said, those will end your final exam. All of those will be you'll know what your grade is almost instantly, at least less than 48 hours. Okay, so within 2 days, you would definitely get your grade back. Okay, chances are it'd be almost instant. All right, and then any communications, if you email me, I will email you within 24 hours. And then same thing. So here's the breakdown of your grades. Homework is going to be 10%. Lab work is going to be 10%. You're going to have 4 exams, which is going to come up to 60%. So each exam is going to be 15% of your grade. And then the final exam will be 20% of your grade, okay? So ways to communicate, you can either do the Canvas inbox, which is right here. You can certainly text me if you want to. You can say, hey, do you have time to Zoom? And I'll say, go ahead and Zoom me. And it is, if you notice this, I don't know if you guys caught it. Oh, shoot. Where am I? Communications. So over here, if you notice that the Zoom personal meeting ID number is exactly the same. Oh, the text is the same exact as my cell phone. Okay. So if you're going, so what meeting ID do I use? If it's just going to be you and me, then I'm just going to use my cell phone number as my PMI as well. So you'll say, what's his phone number? You can check it out and go, there it is. So that must be the PMI. You can email me certainly, and then pay attention to your announcements. Okay, you're going to be like, where's the announcement? So remind me to tell you about that towards the end. I might throw some discussion, but probably not. Probably mostly on announcements. And obviously the reply would be within 48 hours. Now, here are the things that I want you to have, right? The computer, the external webcam, internet, calculator-wise. It's up to you what you want to do. The TI-84 or 83 is on your syllabus. But when I looked at the prices for 83 versus 84, it seems like I would rather buy the 84 than the 83. So that's the reason why I did this, because the 83 seemed to be like, you know, like I think it was like $85. So you save $5 there, which is kind of eh. I'm getting a better calculator, better technology of the calculator, but the calculator is as smart as the person using it. So if you're willing to put in some work to learn how to use that calculator, you're welcome to do that. You can also just buy the TI-30XS. All right, that is going to be way cheaper. Obviously, you can see the prices there, and that's all you will really need between 1033 and 1105. Okay, so however, 057, I apologize to you guys. You guys can only use a 4-function calculator, which means that you only have to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and nothing else. You don't have the other fancy buttons on there. So it could be a calculator that you can buy that, heck, your parents might have got as a gift of a calculator. That's probably a 4-function calculator, okay? So they might even have it right on their desk that you may use, okay? And then I show you some of the apps that I wanted you guys to put together, and looks like I need to fix that link right there. So there is Google Chrome. So the Google Chrome is nice, and you're gonna need to download it instead of using Safari or Firefox. Google Chrome, you're gonna need to download no matter which device you have, unless you have a Google device. But Google Chrome is gonna be more stable for My Labs Plus. And then the other testing like Proctorio and stuff like that, Google Chrome is going to be the suggested web browser anyway. So you might as well just download Google Chrome on your computer, your desktop or your laptop, your iPad, your phone. I think is a better web browser anyways compared to Safari. This second one is called Canvas for Students. Might as well download it. Notice that it says not for your computer, but use the fsw.edu through Portal. Zoom, yes on all 3. This is called Desmo Test Mode, okay? You can download it for your phone, your tablet, but obviously not your desktop. That might be a possibility to use this instead of having to buy a calculator, because Test Mode has a 4-function calculator, has a scientific calculator, and has a graphing calculator. But it is takes a little time to get used to it. Nice part is it's free and you don't have to spend money on the calculator, so it's less money to spend. However, the bad news is this: I would let you take this with the exam. All right. Downside for you, not for me, for you is this: when you use test mode and you go into the test mode, it will shut down all of your notification. It has a timer. So what will happen is once you start the exam with test mode, it will leave the calculator up top. If you were to get out of that app and go into, let's say, Instagram or Snapchat, or check your text, and then go back in and start the test mode again, it restarts the timer. So if you're sitting there for an hour on your exam and you came out of test mode, went back in, and says that you've only been using test mode for 20 minutes, to me, that tells me automatically that you were cheating because you went out of test mode and you came back in. So at the end of the exam, if you've been there for an hour, test mode should tell me that you've been on it for an hour, okay? So that's one thing. OneDrive, definitely for your phone or your iPad, and it doesn't hurt if you have it on your desktop. OneDrive is a place that you can store your files, okay? It's like a cloud-based storage place. But on your phone it's nice because it lets you use your camera to scan your documents. And with lab work, you're gonna need to scan your work, okay? And Remind is another app that I'm thinking about using. It's only for your phone or your tablet. And the nice part about Remind is it's kind of like Microsoft Teams, where I can communicate with the class, right? That's number one. Number two, if you ever use Microsoft Teams, on the very top, if you click on your class, you can actually get all the files that I've sent you right in one place, okay? So other sites, there's Khan Academy, and then this right here is kind of a long YouTube line. Essentially, if you wanted to, you can go to youtube.com, and what you can do is just do a search. Let's see what happens here. Okay. It's thinking and thinking. So if you do a search for Professor Chan, you will see little baby Yoda here, and this is me. This is all my videos of different lectures. So if you hit playlist, you can get into your particular class. Okay, so if you're, in this case, I'm using intermediate algebra, you can go view full list, and you will see every single video here for every single lecture. Okay, and this walkthrough is kind of long. It's almost an hour long, but it's not a bad walkthrough. But this is mostly for the online. So 1033 online, you might want to come to YouTube and watch this video. But again, you can just search for Professor Chan, and then you can get into that playlist. And essentially, this link for this class, this link is for the playlist for the 1033. Okay, and then the only thing required is the passcode. There's 2 ways of getting to it: Bookstore or My Last Plus. And then over here, I do have this instruction PDF that if you saw my My Last Plus video, you will see exactly the same thing. Okay, so this will kind of give it to you via paper form. All right, so that's one. And then over down here that I have everything blocking is next. So when you click next, it will go to the next page. All right, so here's the syllabus, and it shows you, hey, this is all you need. You don't need anything else, okay? And you can just keep on clicking through, and it'll give you more and more information. However, so this is where Start Here will go. Just keep on going through it. You can ignore this live flex cohort schedule expectations. That I probably won't decide until after day 1, okay? As I was telling you a little bit more about live flex, the first day you decide if you want to come or not. But everybody, if you're not coming, you're going to Zoom with me. If you're coming, bring your laptop with you. You're going to Zoom with me so that we can all play with Zoom a little bit. I can kind of direct you through Zoom a little bit. I left these 3 in here about Proctorio only because I want to expose you to Proctorio right now, just so that down the road when you have to use Proctorio, there is some guidance to it. And then there's another way of showing, not another way, but this is only showing you how to get into My Last Plus as well. So a third way of showing you. So I did a video on it. There's a PDF version of it. And then now this is another way of doing it. Okay. So it'll give you some resources here, but most importantly, it's going to get you through here. And then you're going to come to this. Now, if you notice that these modules, so this whole thing right here is called a module. All right, so this is week 1, this is week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if you look at week 1, these are the 4 lessons that we're going to learn, and you'll also have a lab work. Okay, so what is lab work? Lab work is I'm going to provide you with 10 questions. Okay, and those 10 questions are going to ask you to do solve the problems a certain way. It's going to have directions. Okay, so if there is, let's say, if I provide you with, like, let's say 3 methods that you need to learn how to do a certain problem, the lab work might specify that particular method, and you'll have to show work with that particular method. And the reason why I'm doing this is because most of the exam and everything else is multiple choice, so I don't really see if you know what you're doing. So lab work gives me a chance to see your work on paper. So again, 10 problems. I'm going to roll the dice, and whatever problem that comes up is the problem I'm going to correct. So if it's 7 that comes up, I'm going to grade number 7. If 2 comes up, I'm going to grade number 2. If 10 comes up, I'm going to grade number 10. Okay, and it's going to be out of 10 points. So you're either going to get 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, or hopefully 10 out of 10, all right? And you'll see that feedback, and that will be done through Canvas as an assignment where you have to submit a PDF file, meaning that you're gonna take your work, you're gonna use OneDrive on your phone, and you're gonna scan it or use the scanner on your printer. You're gonna scan it and then upload it through Canvas, okay? And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. But every single week, there will be a lab work. So if you notice that week 2, there is a lab work, then you're going, wait, but there's a lab work here. Why do we have that? Okay, and the reason is because this is gonna be due at the end of week 3. And if you notice, there's a review for exam 1 because week 3 will be your exam week. All right, so one class is gonna be doing it on Monday and one class is gonna be doing it on Wednesday. So let me reemphasize about the choices. So no matter if you decide to stay home via Zoom or come to class, during classes, no matter what, you're going to have to test in class. So test week, you're gonna have to test in class. So those will be the only days you have to come in. So if you decide, hey, the whole semester I would like to just stay home because I have sick ones, I have little ones at home and blah, 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 fine, no big deal. However, you're gonna have to come to class for 4 times, which is exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, and exam 4, okay? So you do have to do that. So week 3 will be exam week. I know this says remotely proctored, but it's not going to be. This will be in class and it will be paper pencil form. For online students, this will be remote proctored and you will have to go through the proctorial stuff for sure, okay? So, but for live flex classes, you will be taking this paper, pencil, and you'll see that week 3 is the exam. So you're gonna know all of that. So that's why the lab work is here, because I wanted to get it to you earlier so that you have a chance to, and also the review earlier so that you have a chance to review and do the lab work as a review before you come in on Monday to take that exam and ask any questions that you want to ask, okay? And then week 4 is gonna show you all of this as well. So your question is, why do I have all of this? Check this out. When you click on this, let's say 3.1, graphing equations, here's the cool part. You have a PDF notes here. If you click on it, it would download. When you click on that, it will show you the PDF notes of lectures that I've done at home as a lecture, okay? And these notes here will correspond to this video, okay? So why do I have this? So online, this is the resource that you have. Cool part is, these are my notes. This is my voice. So if I spoke Chinese, I am so sorry, but it is my notes and my videos, okay? It's not a third-party notes and videos. It's not someone else from, I don't know, somewhere else that did it. It's not my uncle. It is actually from me, okay? So why do I have this for the live flex? And here's the reason why. In case if you're in class and you're going, okay, I got everything. I think I got everything. I cannot record the lectures, and you're not able to record the lectures unless I get something from the adaptive offices, okay? So I cannot record the lecture. So therefore, after you leave class and you're like, oh man, I think I missed something in 3.1 notes, you can come back in here and you can play this video, and hopefully this video will kind of help you. Hopefully these notes will also help you, you know, through everything, okay? So that is, and then it reminds you, hey, now go, and then you can click here, and when you click here, where does it bring you? It brings you to My Life Plus, okay, which I was logged in before, all right? So I want you guys to understand that, all right? So you can always go into this and you get more information. And my expectation is actually this way, where before you come to class on the second day, let's say I get through these 2 on the first day, before you get into class on the second day in week 1, I would expect you to already review this video and say, oh, okay, so this is what he's going to be talking about on Wednesday, so I'm going to be ready for that as you come into class. So that is my expectation. And then you can always come down to the bottom and go, hey, I'm going to click next to get to the next set of notes, which is 3.4. And I want you to review this as well, okay? Watch this video and go, okay, so that's what he's talking about, right? Not just slope a line, but here's some bases that I can go on. So when I get to class, while I'm listening to him teach 3.4, I can go, wait a minute, there's something in these notes that I didn't really understand. Now I can ask those questions or listen to it, and maybe the way I explain it in class, you'll be like, oh, now I got it, right? So those are some of the things I do expect you to do. I do expect you to look at these videos and these notes before you come to class so that you know what is going to be talked about, and then you can ask better questions while you're in class to understand these notes better. You are welcome to also print these notes out so that you can go, okay, I have this to the side of me. I don't teach with notes. So these are not going to be the exact same notes that I'm going to use in class, but I would tell you that it'll be very similar because everything just comes out of my head of what needs to be taught. So as I go, that's what I do. The only thing I plan on is using examples from different places. So I want you guys to understand that. So this way you can bring the notes with you and go, okay, so I see this, he's taking care of this, he's taking care of this. And then you can go, okay, hold on, time out. So over here on this part of the note, I didn't understand this part right here. Can you please explain it a little bit more after I've taught it? So I want you guys to have that ability to do that, okay? All right, so what else is here that I want you to know about in Canvas? So the modules are huge because you have everything that you need right in here, including extra notes, okay? So online, the difference between online and LiveFlex is that the exams, okay? So LiveFlex, your exams are gonna be in class, okay? Everybody in class. For online, you are going to be taking your exam online with Proctorio. So everything about Proctorio up here, you're gonna have an extra thing here with a testing here as well. So you're gonna have to know the Proctorio. You're gonna have to go through the guide. You're definitely gonna need that webcam for the online students. You're definitely going to use your webcam that you have purchased. So only the LiveFlex students, you're gonna buy the webcam and leave it on the side with the receipt in case you don't use it. You can always return it. Online students, you're going to use your webcam, period, okay? So you have to purchase it, all right? And for you guys online, I would tell you, you can purchase it anywhere because you're gonna have to use it anyway. So you could go to Amazon and just purchase it and get it delivered, and you have till week 3 to do it, okay? Let me see, and that's about it. So let me see, again, reiterate, home, start here, which would get you right here, would start you right here. Modules is if you don't want to go through every single page, then you can get directly to week 1. Again, Zoom meetings you can get from here. Grades, I'm going to update those after every single exam so you know exactly where you stand. And then at the end of the year, you can click on the SOS, and the SOS will be the Student Opinion Survey, which I'll tell you when you have to do that. When you click on that, you get to rate me and judge me and say, hey, did he do a good job? What did he do well? What did he do poorly? What can you improve on? So it's up to you guys what you guys want to do, all right? If you have any questions, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Talk to you later. See ya.